What's up, guys? Alexis Downie here with Icebreakers. Happy October and happy start of the hockey season. The NHL will drop the puck on their season next Tuesday, and to say I'm pumped is an understatement. We've had a look at some of the teams already in the preseason, and media members have been able to speak to players face to face. Definitely something I'm looking forward to this season. So with that in mind, I'm going to be previewing each of the divisions, starting with the Atlantic and Metropolitan this week. Beginning with that Atlantic Division, here's a look at all of the teams because it has been a while since we've seen them all together. Beginning with the back-to-back Stanley Cup champions who are looking to three-peat. Now, the last team to three-peat was the Islanders in the 1980s. And obviously, the Lightning lost a bit due to salary cap issues. Guys like Yanni Gourde and Blake Coleman, just to name a few. But they still have players like Nikita Kucherov, Andrei Vasilevsky in the net. They are going to be fine. They might not be the favorite, not my favorite to win it this year, but certainly a powerhouse. The other team in Florida, the Florida Panthers, who finished second in the Central Division last year. I'm really excited about this team, and I'm running high on them. Aaron Ekblad returning to that defense. They've made great additions like Sam Reinhart. They've got great goaltending. All of these things mixed together to put a great product on the ice. Watch out for the Panthers this season. The Boston Bruins have a lot of questions coming into this season, mostly surrounding goaltender Tuukka Rask and David Krejci, one of their core members, going back to the Czech Republic to play in his home country. That'll be an interesting team to watch. Now looking at the Canadian teams, Montreal, Ottawa, and Toronto in this one. Toronto goaltender Jack Campbell said this week that there are no excuses this season after a disappointing end to last year. Montreal, on the other hand, it's a long shot for them to get back in that final. They lost a couple guys in this offseason, Tomas Tatar being one of them, but they've still got guys like Cole Caulfield playing on their team. And at the bottom of the division, the Sabres and Red Wings. Now, the Sabres are going through a lot right now with Jack Eichel, who is on the IR. I hope that the decision that's made for him is best for him personally, his health, and for him as a player. The Red Wings, on the other hand, have made a lot of offseason moves as well. Steve Yzerman putting together a squad, but they have a long way to go. Now, taking a look at the Metropolitan Division, here's a list of all of those teams. This is the toughest division in hockey. Starting with the two teams who have struggled in the postseason since winning their cups, the Penguins and Capitals. For the Pens, Crosby and Malkin will be out to start the season. Can Jeff Carter step into that role? And what's the goaltending going to look like this year? Because that was a disaster last year, but I am putting a lot of faith into this Penguins team still. Looking at the Caps, they still have Ovechkin, obviously, putting a lot of pucks on net even at his age, although I'm not sure how I feel about the Caps just yet. The Hurricanes are one of the favorites this season after finishing third in the league last year. They have a strong defensive core despite losing Dougie Hamilton and some great forwards as well. Look out for that storm surge. And now the two New York teams, the New York Islanders, will start their season on the road because they will not be able to play in their new arena until November 20th. This is going to set the tone for their season. Anders Lee returning back to the lineup, but I think it's really going to be about Varlamov staying consistent in the net. Now looking at the New York Rangers, they've got a young team of talent, Alexis Lafreniere, Adam Fox. I could keep going. They've got a new coach in Gerard Gallant who's got plenty of experience and has brought a new life to this team. The Devils had a big addition in Dougie Hamilton this offseason, but will Jack Hughes be able to step it up and be a leader for this New Jersey team? I think the Devils will finally have a chance to compete in the Metro this year. And at the bottom of the division will be the Flyers and Blue Jackets. The Flyers did add Ryan Ellis, but they were relatively quiet. They struggled with their goaltending last year in Carter Hart, so they're going to want to get that figured out. And for the Blue Jackets, well, they're in rebuild mode. Zach Werenski's really the only one left on this team from their core members. Those were my icebreakers. I'm Alexis Downie. Tune in next week as we get closer to the NHL season.